Good morning. Aloha from Florida. So let's talk about lies and deception for a moment. Would you trust someone who was on record publicly stating that lying and deceiving is not immoral? That it's okay to lie and deceive? Well, someone is, and I'll tell you who that is in a minute. Those of you who have been following the Flat Earth community for a while, you know who it is already. But let's talk about NASA for just a minute. Did you know that NASA in Hebrew means to deceive? Is that possibly why some people in the CIA refer to NASA as not a space agency? Did they lie about going to the moon? Yes, of course, absolutely. You really think they went to the moon 6 times in 3 years and they forgot to point the video camera to the sky every time? There's not 1 second of video footage of the Earth or the sun from the surface of the moon. Video of them riding in their golf cart, video of them hitting golf balls, but no video of the Earth. And the still pictures are easily debunked because the Earth would have been huge in the sky. The other stills with multiple light sources with shadows going at different angles on the moon, yeah, the moon landing was fake. The ISS is being faked. People, what I call liars on wires. Some people call them astronauts, N-O-T-S, or actor knots. Have you seen the pictures where they're allegedly floating, but they forgot to move a glass of water off the counter next to them that's not floating? Or they're allegedly floating and there's a plate of fruit on the counter that they forgot to move out of the shot. And the obvious use of augmented reality technology, or the disappearing, like the glitches, the green screen glitches, and actors just completely disappearing in view and out of view, reappearing. It's ridiculous. So yeah, they're faking the ISS. Now, this 24-hour sun. I'm about 90% sure now it's fake. Whatever it is, it's not that sun. That sun right there moves from the tropic of tropic, creating our seasons. It moves from tropic to tropic, creating the UV index that we see on the Earth. Whatever they saw, it wasn't that, unless it was a reflection of that or a refraction of that. And time will tell. Joe Handy's model might end up being correct, but I don't know. But whatever it wasn't that sun. But I'm 90% sure it was some kind of technology we don't even know about, projecting a focal point of light into the sky. And if you'll notice, it's still called the 24-hour sun because it's the sun that's moving over the surface of a flat and stationary Earth. It's not the Earth rotating, revolving, tilting, and wobbling, and spiral vortexing at insane speeds in different directions all at the same time. That's not ever going to be proved because that's not reality. Reality is that right there, flat and stationary. Reality is that the Earth is an intelligently designed, enclosed, electrical, topographical, stationary plane. But some people want to keep believing in the globe, even get paid to promote the lie of the globe. And Will Duffy, the gentleman allegedly, I don't even think he is, I think he's just a puppet, but the gentleman allegedly behind the final experiment, allegedly a pastor, is saying from his pulpit after he researched the Bible that he came away with the conclusion, or he reached the conclusion, that lying and deceiving is not immoral. That lying and deceiving is okay from an alleged pastor. So are we really going to trust anything that comes from him? I don't think so. So, yeah, NASA has faked the moon landing. NASA is faking the ISS. And yes, the 24-hour sun, whatever it was, is being faked. Is it natural? Possibly. Maybe 10% it was natural and not artificial. Maybe it was a real reflection or real refraction of the real sun. Or maybe it was just fake. I'm like 90-10. 90% that it was faked some way, somehow, with technology we don't even know or understand. 10% that it might be real. 10% that it might be natural. But most likely, it's artificial. Most likely, it's fake. That's my opinion right now. I reserve the right to change my opinion as more information comes in. But right now, I'm not about to trust anybody who allegedly studied the Bible and came away with the conclusion that lying and deceiving is not immoral. Have a great day. God bless.
The Bible tells us that the earth is flat and stationary. The very first page of the Bible tells us that the Big Bang was not a thing. God created the world in 7 days. God said, "Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters. And God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament, and it was so." The original word for firmament was rakia, and all ancient cultures believed in the firmament. It was not just Christians. So this is the water. If I separate the top water from the bottom water, you get something that looks like this. And he made the firmament. There's no other way to interpret this scripture. If God separated the waters above from the waters below, how do you suppose that works here? Are the waters below inside of the ball? and the waters above are where? Somewhere in space. Then we have Isaiah. It is he that sitteth upon the circle of the earth. So when referencing the earth, he says it is a circle. But then also in Isaiah, he says, he will surely violently turn and toss thee like a ball. So he very clearly knows the difference between a circle and a ball. Time and time again in scripture, we're told the earth is stable. It does not move. It is set on the foundation. Revelation 7 says, and after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. Time and time again, we see the phrase, the ends of the earth. We see the face of the earth. There's so many different verses that tell us this. I just covered the ones that are the most obvious. And if you're wondering why would they lie to us about this, it's to get you to stop believing in God. If you believe that we live on one of these and you go to read the Bible, the chances that you're going to continue after the first couple pages when it doesn't match what science tells you are slim to none. That's exactly why science works so hard to disprove God and the Bible, because they want things to not match up to what's in the book. But when you look at actual science and not pseudoscience, it all lines up in the Bible. If you look at the etymology for the word world, it literally means a place for man. There are no other planets. There's no solar system. There's no space. They are luminaries. Our solar system is non-binary. Bina means of God. Non-binary literally means not of God, serves 2 gods. But of course, TikTok, this is for entertainment purposes only.